Welcome, fellow Pothead Joe Puttyman here to a very special video, which I'm also going to be calling a special series, and that is Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash Unopening. Now, if you're not familiar with who Jay and his hetero life mate Silent Bob is, well, those are characters created by the one and only Kevin Smith. And Kevin Smith is a movie director and actor that created his own universe called the View Askew universe with friends of his. And this includes people like Ben Affleck and so on and so forth, but mainly Jason Mewes, Scott Mosier, things of that nature. And Kevin just made this great universe, but what else happens is in return, you also get the benefit of being able to go to his shop online and actually getting like memorabilia, things of that nature, that actually has stuff that's signed. So for example, let's look at some of his merch. You can actually pick a movie, so if you're familiar with any of these movies, you can actually get memorabilia from one of his movies. But let's go look at one of the most popular ones, Jay and Silent Bob. And you'll see there's also stuff here that has special prices, things of that nature. Actually, it looks like that one's not a good one, for example. Let's find something else real quick. Let's see here. How about let's look for Clerks real quick, alright? So like for the Clerks thing, you can get like signed editions of movies if they're in stock, and actually get it to where it actually says it's going to be signed by Kevin Smith. And again, Kevin Smith is the director. He also plays a character by the name of Silent Bob that you can see Jay and Silent Bob on the bottom left-hand side of the corner. But anyway, so with that, I had gotten two items. I'd gotten one item that I needed back in my collection because I used to own this, not this particular edition, but I used to own this, and then a female, I should say, stole it from me. So now I have it back in my collection, but now I have it back in my collection signed by the great Kevin Smith, also with a bonus edition of something else. So this box just came in. I did not realize it came into the mail. I was excited to see it and everything, and we're going to go ahead and do an unboxing of it. This is going to be probably a little bit of an odd unboxing, but I'm going to try to do more of these unboxings when it comes to Kevin Smith. So it's going to be called the Secret Stash Unboxing, or Secret Stash, I don't know, we'll figure out a name. The name will be on the title of this video, and that is the permanent name will be. So if I don't use the name I already said, then, I changed it. So we're going to be careful because I don't want to mess up anything in here. When opening it, we are opening up backwards because I don't want anyone. I don't want anyone to see my address and information on it. So, there you go. Right. Let's get this other side. Alright, there we go. Oh, and there it pops open. Oh, it looks like it's wrapped up real nice too, so. Alright. Okay, it looks like it comes with a paper slip saying what's in it. We're not going to look at that paper slip. Oh, and I knew it, just as a professional comic book. And by the way, for those that might not be familiar, Kevin Smith also is a writer for a lot of comic books like Daredevil and Batman, and he literally has worked for both companies writing comic books for them. And so I kind of wanted to get something special that I found that he had a discount. When I saw it, I was like, oh my god. So it ended up helping out in that way. So we're going to go ahead and look at that top one first. Alright, so I had to do a little quick edit because I noticed something in the video of a personal nature, and so I wanted to make sure to rectify that, especially if we're going to be looking at close detail in this video. So with that, I want to go ahead and talk about what the first thing I got outside the box is, and that is that I got a special issue of a comic book. Now, if you're not familiar, there's a show called Comic Book Men, which takes place actually at the Jay and Silent Bob Secret Stash, and there you can find the host of the show aka the one that runs the Secret Stash, is named Walter Flanagan. He's a friend of Kevin Smith's. He's always ran his store, and he actually is also an artist. Now, prior to him becoming an artist, Kevin Smith became a writer for comics such as Daredevil and several other comics, including Batman. And DC actually approached both Walter Flanagan, an artist, and Kevin Smith, a writer, to create a series of Batman comics. Now, I couldn't get the first issue because it wasn't available on the James Silent Bob's Secret Stash, but I did find the last issue, the double-sided issue, and I have not read these issues yet. So this is actually a surprise for me. I'm going to have to go back and read the other one, so I will not be opening this, which I don't want to anyway, because it's signed by the writer, aka Kevin Smith. And what comic would that be? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is Batman, the Widening Gear. Oh, so nice. So, if you look here, it's actually signed at the bottom by Kevin Smith. There's his signature. Remember, his signatures are always sloppy, but you can tell with the K. And then up here, you can actually see where it says Kevin Smith, and there's Walter Flanagan's name. So I have a signed comic book written by Kevin Smith and signed by Kevin Smith. Oh my gosh, it's epic, epic, epic. And I got a cord here that's trying to get into the scene. It wants attention. So, yes, I have my first signed issue of a Kevin Smith written comic book. And you'll see it actually is a direct edition. So what direct editions, if you guys aren't aware, means that they're sent directly to the comic book shop, and they're not newsstand issues. So back in the day, back in the 90s and 80s and 90s, you would have comic books that would be at like newspaper outlets or like where you buy your newspaper, and those would not be direct editions. Direct editions means it goes straight to your doorstep, that you would actually get it sent to your house instead of sent to the thing. So when you get them from comic book shops, you get the direct edition as well, because it's sent to the comic book shop and it's not considered like a newsletter. So when it's a direct sales, that means it's worth more money because it's not a newsstand version, which they end up making in bulk. So they do make these direct sales in bulks, but these have more of a higher value content when it comes to comic books. So if you're not a comic book geek and you never knew about that, always look for a direct sales or a direct edition on the bottom here where you find the UPC. Always look for that. So there you go, guys. That is a direct sales edition of Batman the Widening Gear, issue 6 out of 6. I'm going to try to get the other 5 possibly, but if not, that is fine. But this is not the big thing that we're going to be looking at. Today, I want to show you what was the big thing for me. So, a while back, I was dating this girl that ended up stealing a bunch of stuff from me. And I mean a bunch of stuff. And she knew how passionate I was about Kevin Smith. And unfortunately, the mean thing she did was take everything I love when it comes to Kevin Smith, sadly. But, of course, luckily I didn't get my poster that I did, which I will, put the link for how I got a signed poster by Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes. That's another story altogether. But now I have my favorite Kevin Smith movie returned back to me. It's not the same edition. It's the high school reunion edition, collection or edition. But I have it back. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce you to Mallrats. Now, if you've not seen Mallrats, you need to go and find a way to watch it right now. It is a great movie. It's my favorite Kevin Smith movie of all time. It is a comic book paradise. It's the single guy paradise. It's a lot of... There's just so much that has connotations to my life in this that it feels like the direct... Because the guy in the movie, I feel like him. I always felt like that his life was kind of like something like I lived. Or that kind of loser aspect of like finding the girl, so on and so forth, and trying to keep her kind of thing. Anyway, in the movie, Brody plays a Sega Genesis. He's a huge Stan Lee fan, and this is actually one of the first movies that has a cameo with Stan Lee, and that was brought to you by Kevin Smith. So it's signed by Kevin Smith, who directed the movie. He also plays Silent Bob right here, and this is the high school reunion collection. Now, I checked earlier, this is actually signed on the inside, so it's actually on the insert. So when I did receive this, and because with the unboxing, I had to stop the unboxing because of something that happened. So I did get to find out that this was actually opened. Now, I'm fine with this being open because in order for him to sign the inside, Of course, he had to open it. But again, these are his movies, so I trust in the nature of everything. Now, I will say though, I'm a little shocked by which way I'm gonna have to flip it over. But at the same time, I don't want to change it, so I think I'm just gonna keep it the way it is. But if you're used to traditional DVDs, they don't open like that. They don't have the DVD on that side. But you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm not gonna be picky because it might have been just when it was slipped back in, no one was looking where it went. But I don't want to touch the inside. I don't want to touch the inking marking. So we're just going to keep it the way it is. Right there, ladies and gentlemen. Right there. Oh. That is a work of art in my eyes. That is a work of art. But there you guys have it. I have my favorite Kevin Smith movie signed by Kevin Smith, Mallrats. So if you haven't seen Mallrats, go look it up. Find a way of watching the movie. If you saw at the beginning of this video, I did add a clip to one of my favorite scenes in the movie. So definitely go check it out. It is an R-rated movie, so if you are young, there is some violent, adult content in this movie. So make sure that you get your parents' permission. I would say just wait till you get older. But anyway, there it is, guys. That is Mallrats, the unboxing of my Mallrats movie and the unboxing of the Batman: The Widening Gear comic book. Ooh. All right, guys. If at any point you did like this video, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And guys, also, I can't thank you enough. Make sure that you also go ahead and click on one of these videos over there, on that side right there. And I appreciate you guys watching my first unboxing from the Secret Stash. I will try to do another one in honor of how awesome it is that Kevin Smith signed stuff. But I just want to get my collection back up. And adding my favorite movie of all time is just the best way. I think the next movie I want to get is either Jay and Silent Bob Reboot or the original Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back on Blu-ray. We will see what we do, but I will try to get some cool stuff for you guys to see. And again, make sure you do your research on Kevin Smith. And as always, I'm Puttyman with Gamer Potheads, and do not forget, we're about to score. Peace out. I'll talk to you all later.